Controversy.
We are raising an alarm that Kenyans will lose money. There is no value for money unless you subject it to a competitive process. Let us follow our constitution. I'm not asking too much.
Claims and counterclaims.
All financing for this project will come from an external source. Part of the financing for the project is from local resources here.
Followed by a parliamentary probe. The multi-billion standard gauge railway project has dominated local headlines in exchanges that raise more questions than answers.
For indeed there comes a time and an hour when we must stop the noise and work must begin. We are indeed at that hour and time.
President Uhuru Kenyatta would seek to put the matter to rest once and for all. His stand: the show must go on.
The standard gauge railway project must and will go ahead for us to achieve our developmental agenda.
The two majority leaders of the bicameral parliament over the weekend led a host of other Jubilee leaders in demanding that President Kenyatta names and shames those they term as agents keen to derail the construction of the standard gauge railway, saying the architects of the Anglo leasing scandal are back to rock the Jubilee government's boat.
Lakini raisi akiwa kiongozi wa nchi, he must defend the country from the architects of Anglo leasing who are now regrouping to mess up his government.
The country for a long time has been hijacked by a few corrupt individuals who run cartels. And their work is to wait for every new government to intimidate them.
We want to tell the president and the deputy president like this. Wale hawa huyo mtu hawa wawili hapo hawa watu yako wenye wanajaribu kujificha kwa marinda ya serikali hapo tu wanalala hapo kwa marinda ndio waletange kichwa, lazima muwatimue kabla ya wiki moja, la sivyo sisi wanabunge tutatimua hawa.
And today
I would like to urge all Kenyans, be they businessmen, parliamentarians, civil society, or any Kenyan, whatever their station may be, to serve the good of Kenya rather than their own self or the interests of partisanship.
the head of state would seek to clarify questions raised over why the China Road and Bridge Corporation was given the tender.
Its capacity, its integrity is under a lot of questions. The World Bank have already blacklisted, and I have documents here.
Tumefuata utaratibu wetu kulingana na uhusiano wetu na serikali ya Uchina, kulingana na vile mpango huu ulianzishwa. Vile nimesema hapo awali, huu mpango hata haukuanzishwa na serikali yangu. Ulianzishwa hapo mbeleni. Sisi kile tulikuwa tumetaka, kwa sababu tulikuwa tumeahidi wa Kenya, ni ya kwamba huu mradi lazima uanzishwe na umalizike kwa njia ya haraka.
Kenyatta maintains the official figure stands at 327 billion shillings and says his government is keen to complete at the earliest date the project, which he inherited from his predecessor. This with a provision for the Railway Development Fund in the 2013-2014 budget, supported by a 1.5% levy imposed on rail imports. Now, this comes after weeks of allegations and counter-allegations, but coming from the highest authority of the government. The president himself has essentially rubber-stamped and owned this controversial standard gauge railway project, saying it must go on. Jacky Maribe, Citizen Live at 9 at State House, Nairobi.